See, as we all know, the term environment, the word environment is a very common thing, and it's a word that we usually hear from our lower classes, right? Environment, that means the surroundings, the things that are present around us. It may be air, water, different kinds of plants and animals that are present around us. This is the idea that we have about our environment. We have also seen that our elders would say that the environment that is present now is not as it used to be earlier. That means in their times, whatever the kind of environment was there, you cannot see that one now. In present day, in modern age, you are not able to see that. Why do this say so? We'll come to know about that one in further topics. First, we'll deal with the chapter named Our Environment. It is nothing but it means the things that are present in our surroundings, that are living and the non-living things that are present around us. Now here we'll come across a new term called as ecosystem. What is ecosystem? By hearing this term, you will get an idea that it is nothing but a kind of system which involves our environment, right? So the idea is that only. Ecosystem is nothing but interaction between the organisms. How that interaction takes place? So let me show you that one here. So here it is. See, our environment, that means our surrounding, the area around us, the things that are present around us, has been classified into two categories mainly: biotic and abiotic components. What are biotic components and what are abiotic components? See, biotic components are those which are living. That means living things are included under this category, such as plants, animals, microorganisms. Any form of life is included in this category, biotic components. Whereas we have another category, that is abiotic components, and mainly comprises of non-living things, just like soil, water, air, sun, temperature, all these things are biotic substances. So when these two, biotic and abiotic components, that means living and non-living components, are present in a particular area and are dependent or interacting with one another, then that system, that area, we call as ecosystem. I think you might have got the idea what is an ecosystem, right? So it's an area, it's a place where living things and non-living things live together by interacting with one another. Now the question comes in mind, how is it possible? Then you can say, in a garden, right? For example, in a garden, we will see different kinds of plants. There will be grass, herbs, shrubs, different kinds of plants with different, you can say, properties or different kinds of structures will be there. These plants require these non-living things like soil for roots, water for their growth, sun for photosynthesis, right? So here these living things are interacting, or they are dependent upon these non-living things for their development, their growth. And on the other hand, this soil, water and all these things are dependent upon these living organisms. Now the question comes, how these abiotic components are dependent upon biotic components? Then think about this. Soil is a non-living thing. It cannot move on its own, right? It cannot protect itself. So the roots of the plants are helpful in holding the soil in a particular area. They are responsible for holding the water, the moisture of the soil. Animals are responsible for carrying the seeds, different kinds of minerals and different activities due to the different activities that are performed by animals are responsible for the development, or you can say utilization of these resources. Similarly, microorganisms break down the dead bodies of these plants, dead plants and animals, and convert it into manure for soil, increasing its fertility, right? So in this manner, these living and non-living things are interacting with one another, and hence an area where you can see such kind of interactions between biotic and abiotic components, you can call it as ecosystem. It can be a small area or it can be a very large area as well. The size doesn't matter. So here you can define ecosystem as, that is, ecosystem, it is the interaction between the living organisms in an area with the non-living constituents of the environment. As I have explained just now, in a garden we will have different kinds of plants, different kinds of animals, like it may be insects, frog, snake, or different kinds of birds that interact with soil, water and other non-living things and forms the ecosystem. So here we have got this definition for ecosystem, and these are the examples. Garden, for a small area you can consider; forest, a large area; lake, pond, river, ocean, right? All these things are the part of ecosystem, or you can say these are the different kinds of ecosystems.